Hello, good people. Good to see you once again. Savings will never make you rich. Savings alone will never and has never made anyone rich. Hawezi tajirika na savings. That's a fact. Hiyo ni mentality watu wengi wanakuanga nayo, but that's the truth. Anyway, that is the topic of today. Stick around, watch this video to the end ndio uweze kuelewa na maanisha vipi. Alright, but before we do that, as always, hapo hivyo chini on your right there is a button written subscribe. Kako in black. Kaguze tu, it's free, it's fast, doesn't cost you anything. Then hapo hivyo chini kuna kengine kamechorwa kwa mkono, just like this, hit it. If you do that, I know you're asking yourself, what if nikiignore na ni watch tu na hautajua? Guess what you will do? Any moment itakuwa na upload any video, utakuwa unajulishwa. So you will never ever miss any of my videos. Alright, that's the importance, so you better do it. All right, thank you. All right, so let's get into today's business. So savings alone will never make you rich. Never. It has never made anybody. And guess what? This is the teaching that has been there from the poor people. And I'm sorry to use that term, but that's the fact. All right, poor people tend to believe that by virtue of me savings, then by virtue of that or by default, I'll be rich. That's not the truth. You're not even supposed to save money. And if you do save, we don't only save, we save for the purpose of investing. That's a fact. Yeah, I know you feel like, okay, fine, Joseph, but you've been telling us to save, yes, for the purpose of investing. If you just save money, that doesn't make you any richness, doesn't make you any riches, rather. So what you're supposed to do with the money that you save, once you, let me tell you one thing. Money has names, all right? So the money that you get at the end of the month or a day after working for somebody, it is called a salary, all right? Or an income, whatever you call it. That money, once you direct it somewhere you pay yourself, it is called a savings. All right, that money, if you are saving for the purpose of investing, once that money reaches that capacity that you want, now another name comes in. It is called a capital. All right, now that money, you put it somewhere to work for you, to give you another money. It is called an investment. That's how money graduates. All right, so it moves from one level to the other all right. So one thing that you do is after you get your salary or your income, however you call it, you put it in a bank because they told you to pay yourself. All right, now that money is called a savings. Sasa unaachia hapo. You've not taken the next step, you know, to raise a capital, for it to be called an investment, and for it to give you a passive income, which I always call it baby money. All right, so the point is this: savings alone has never and can never make you rich. What you're supposed to do with your savings: save your money, right? It's called paying yourself, that's what people call it, or accumulating money, or storing money. After that money reaches that capacity that you want to start a certain business, say you would like to start a warehouse, or rather a hardware. Right? So, and maybe you were targeting 3M and you've reached your 3M. Now you take that money, your savings. Now it's not called savings. Now that's your capital. You take that capital, invest it somewhere. When you put it on the ground, now it's called an investment. It's another name called also, a passive income, another stream of income. Now that money starts to breed and gives you money. That's what we call investment, all right? Because if you just save your money, it doesn't make any sense. And for example, I was giving a very simple example to one of my clients, and he was telling me I earn around 80,000, and I managed to save 30,000 at the end of the month, and I'd like to buy a car worth 2 million. And when we did our mathematics, we were to save close to 5 years for us to accumulate that amount of money. And time is not on our side. Remember, we are mortal. One day we will get out of this one. And the very unfortunate thing is that we do not even know when it's that time come, okay? So the only thing that you can buy yourself in the future, the only way you can buy your future for yourself is by investing, increasing other streams of income so that at least you can grow yourself to the next level. This kasumba or this belief that, oh, savings will make you rich. No, savings have never made anyone rich. That is a fact. Put your money on the go, all right? Put your money on the go. Put your mouth where your money is, or put your money where your mouth is. Whatever you can identify first. If you can identify your mouth where it is, then put your money there. If you can identify where your money is, then put your mouth there. That is what you're supposed to do and grow yourself to the next level. For instance, even if you're being paid 100,000 at the end of that month, let me tell you one thing. To buy a car worth 5 million, it will take you a lot of time. Assuming that money, just take it and take it to a bank, it will take you a lot of time. That's the reality. And that's how people always ask themselves, fine, wow, I'm really struggling to just feed myself and somebody's just buying car worth 10 million. You know what they have done? Nobody can be able to buy that specific item or a gadget or a device if you relying on a salary, unless you're a CEO of a very big corporate. That's the reality. So money shouldn't be saved, but money should be invested. Remember, at the end of the day, they are printing money daily. Even as we speak right now, probably they're printing money in Delarue. That's why they print our money in Kenya. So they print money each and every day. So for you is not to save it. For you is to keep it on the go. All right? To keep your money on the go. Of course, you have to do so with a very nice calculated moves and where you are supposed to invest it, so that at least you do not be one of these people and by default, the reason is why people are motivated to save money is because this culture of of saving, not misusing, this culture of you never know what will happen. It's good to have something hidden somewhere. Yeah, it's okay. Even when you're investing, you usually have what I call the emergency fund. What we call it, the money for the rainy day. But the problem with people is that the moment you save, the raining starts. All right. So you're supposed to be very careful when it comes to that. Integrating that information. And whenever I even talk of saving money, I don't mean that you can just save. For example, right now as we speak, we are on a challenge of saving 66,700 at the end of this year. So fine, assuming that we successfully done that, and when we are hitting our 31st December, we have over 66,700. So what do we do next? We aren't rich. 67,000 cannot make you rich. You aren't rich. You are comfortable. And maybe perhaps if you were to consume that money, it would even take you a very long time before you even finish that money. So what do you do next? You're supposed to save with the purpose of investing. That's what you're supposed to do. And then increase other streams of income and supplement what you're getting from the salary. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how the world is grown, right? That's the simplest thing that rich people won't tell you. All right. Remember, I always tell people the salary that you get at the end of the day, or at the end of the year, or rather at the end of the month, that should make sure or should meet your basic needs. Remember, this guy is trying to imagine, okay, fine, I'm employing you and you live in Nairobi. What's the average rent in Nairobi? Let's say 8,000. Okay, fine, 8,000. How much can you eat in a month? Let's say even 8,000. That's 16,000. How much can you use for transport? 5,000. They anaongeza 5,000. Like how much, like you are a human being, you need to say, hey, like that tuongeze another 10. So they give you 30,000. So wamekufanyia hesabu ya kuishi, kukula, kuvaa na kwenda job na for you to be comfortable. Just that. They don't calculate like, okay, fine, how much this guy needs for him to invest or her to invest. Nothing. Salary is not meant to make you rich. At the same case when it comes to saving. So what you're supposed to do, you squeeze your budget, it's all about sacrifice. That's a fact. You cannot avoid that part. That part is not avoidable. You can't avoid it. So if you're this kind of individual who says life is short, whatever, I don't know what, you are arguing from a point of ignorance. That's a fact. So there is this part of a sacrificing. You cannot avoid it. Nobody has ever avoided it. You have to start it. And let me tell you one thing. Making money, it starts with hard work before it goes to soft work, or people call it smart work or something or whatever. So it has to start with hard work first, then transits to a what? A smart work. That's the reality, and that's the truth of money. All right? Perhaps this is the first time you're seeing this face. My name is Joseph. Talk about money, talk about investment, and anything related to that money that is inside of your pocket. I tell you, this is what we can do, and this is what we should be do, and we get going in this specific life of this money. Perhaps if you've forgotten to subscribe, take 1 second up before watching, click it. If this is cup of your coffee, then at all the time you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Also, turn that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Comment down below, tell me what you think, because I'm a believer, just like an iron sharpens another iron, so do we learn from each other. If you're in a position to as well, you can share this video out and let a lot of people get this message, because I know if we can all come together, great things happen. But for now, what can I say apart from, hey, don't forget, I got my booklets of business ideas, business ideas, business plans about treasury bills, about treasury bonds, shares, money market fund, blah, blah, blah. If you would like any of those many booklets that I've prepared, it's only a copy, 220. Get my number. I'll leave my number in the description of this video. I'll still pin it on the comment section. Get it, call me, get the copy, get started, and do something. For now, see you in the next one.